Hey there everybody, this is the Pocket Camera Guy, and today I want to talk to you about the GoPro Hero 12 soft release that came out earlier this week. Today I'm using my GoPro Hero 11 along with a Lav Mic and the Media Mod, just because, you know, I got some thoughts about that GoPro 12, and they're probably not what you'd think, because I haven't heard anybody else on YouTube kind of feel the same way. So let's get into that. All right, so hey, like the intro said, I want to talk to you today about the GoPro Hero 12, and because I'm going to be talking about a GoPro, I figured I might as well use the one I've got, and so here's the GoPro Hero 11. All right, so what are my thoughts? First, let's talk about the release itself. Now, I'm not going to get into the specs and to the features and, you know, what all was included and what wasn't included, because there are plenty of content creators who did and have done and are doing a very good job about explaining those things. Now, I originally wanted to make this into a short, but the more I thought about it, the more I wanted to kind of talk about. So here we go. So a lot of content creators were disappointed, frustrated, upset about this GoPro release, saying that they didn't get the things out of it that they were expecting. They wanted more improvements. They wanted more hardware, a lot of changes. And they didn't get those things. And initially, I was in the same boat. I looked at it and I said, you know, GoPro had an opportunity here to really, you know, to set themselves up as the premier brand in the action camera space. And so they were the ones who kind of started the whole thing. And over the, you know, course of time, other companies have come in, and as companies tend to do, if you look at BlackBerry and iPhones and Androids, there's always been this, you know, back and forth, helping make each other better. BlackBerry went away because they could not keep up with that wave of technology. And so I look at this and I see DJI and Insta360 and GoPro, and they're all vying for that coveted, you know, premier camera in the action camera space. And GoPro had an opportunity to do that, to really establish themselves. And a lot of content creators would say that they kind of missed. They didn't do enough. But you know, that raises the question, and this is the real heart of what I wanted to talk about today, but when is enough enough, and when is it too much? Because I look at those upgrades and I look at the GoPro as a whole. I've been using GoPros since GoPro 7 in my content creation, and for my own, you know, to record my life events when I go on vacations and trips and sightseeing. I love a GoPro. I especially like taking pictures with a GoPro, just because of the field of view. It's got great colors. The newer cameras, the 11, 23 megapixels, so that rivals some of the standalone cameras that people would consider to be, you know, photography-centric cameras. And so I look at this and I go, there really isn't a whole lot more we can do to an action camera. And if you keep making more improvements, pretty soon it's just going to become a camera, like, you know, let's say a Canon or a Sony, Panasonic. I mean, you see where I'm going. There's only so much you can do to an action camera before it becomes just like every other camera. What we need an action camera to do is just to be rugged, to be reliable, and to just grab those shots. Because I was thinking about this morning. There are a lot of other companies in this space that make action cameras that aren't really as good as a GoPro or a DJI Osmo Action. They're just not. But they don't claim to be. They have a 4K camera. They do 30, 60, 120 frames per second, maybe 1080. They can do 240. Much lower price point, and they do exactly what you need them to do, and they're less expensive. And that's really all people want out of an action camera. They just want it to work and to be rugged and to be dependable. So the whole point of today's video is I need you to tell me, when does it become all too much? When do we know that we've really hit the ceiling when it comes to action cameras? And when is it okay to say, you know what? I think we've done enough now, and all we really need to do is maybe improve form factors, touch screens, maybe microphones and things that are built in, Bluetooth connection, just those kind of little things that will make using the camera easier. But as far as resolutions, frame rates, and all that kind of stuff, I think we've pretty much capped out. Last point, this GoPro, it shoots over 5K. Do I use that? No, because my computer would probably overheat if I tried to process more than 2 or 3 minutes of 5K footage. And so I stay in 4K. And even that can be a struggle if you have a large file. So I think we've kind of capped out there. And so I think we're probably right there at the edge of what action cameras like the DJI Action and the GoPro, kind of capped out on what we can expect out of them. So hey, you let me know in the comments what you think, and if this is something you've ever thought of, and are you interested in the GoPro Hero 12? Are you thinking about getting it, or did you already get the Osmo Action 4? Or are you like others who are just waiting for that next big thing to come out that isn't just a rehash of something we've already had? Hey, let me know in the comments. Like I said, this is the Pocket Camera Guy. Really appreciate you taking the time. Make sure to leave a comment, thumbs up, and if you're not already, become a subscriber. Hey, we will see you in the next one.